as we dive into a bit of a paddle battle. These two getting tangled up early, Jadson and Leonardo Fioravanti. Already beginning the heat before there's a wave ridden, and they're just going to go back and forth. Always excitement when these two hit the lineup. They're also joined with Frederico Morais, and Freddie's just got a front row seat for this paddle battle, Bugs.
He's going to aggressively play this one, and he's going to get the first wave. It looks like he's going to just barely strike into it.
Jadson Andre finally getting the opener as he gets down the line, ends up just chasing a long left with no turns. Looking at this one is Jaddy. Already with some speed, top turn with some momentum, big float. He'll get credit for the finish there with a two-turn combination. That'll extend his lead out in front with 17:40 to go. Checking out the left again, Bugs. Surfing with so much speed. This end section's been challenging all day. He did well to get the completion.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look that difficult, but it is trouble the world's best.
Right on the inside, you can see some boils start to pop up. And he didn't have a lot of time to really stay in the pocket on the first turn, so a nice speed jam. This is where it gets really hollow and a bit tricky, Bugs.
Yeah, and like, it's a bit of a rock and roll float. Lands it just nice and flush, and even he right there, he kind of got to, you know, regain his balance.
Scored and put himself in the lead. Looks like he's going to roll into this left again. Yeah. All about Andre so far.
Yeah, I'm so not surprised to see him take this strategy.
Chucks the alley-oop away.
Jadson's doing a smart plan here. Here he goes.
Thanks for the inside dimity. Up and out for Jadson. He's definitely shifted roles, just staying incredibly active since he already caught a few waves. He'll let Leo and Freddie. He was waiting for just the best wave of the heat. That just never really came, because that was probably the slowest heat on the high tide. And we look at the backhand once again for the Italian. First wave of the heat, but he's been loving the left here. Jams it shut, and he'll get his first score on the board.
Yeah, he needed to get something going there. I mean, we're more than halfway through the heat. You know, there's not a hugely in a big deficit, so Leo, you know, this will be a keeper for now. Series of backhand maneuvers, nothing too special, but you know, he got two really good moves, and he got a good setup move, and then he's got that great style. He's really he's just got that big sweeping first turn. Yeah, it's a bit more than a setup turn. This wave cooperates pretty well for him. You see that back leg, how low it gets, and he just really, it's a big corkscrew action right there. A lot of flow, and goes in for the third maneuver, and it's pretty solid, really. Nothing, you know, too outrageous. Joe just surfing within him.
That he was a giant in that QS locker room, and he kind of used that for his confidence and strength even before heats. Demanded the inside and requalified without a problem. Here's Frederico Morais, opening ride. Big two-turn combination on the backhand. Steady Freddy can wait the entire heat, doesn't need to warm up to build momentum, just waits for a classic walled left-hander to put up a couple of big hacks.
This is the biggest wave of the heat so far, Joe, and look at this, how he attacks that lip, and this second move here, such a critical turn. It's just this is just such a good water angle, Joe. You know, sitting in the channel there, and Frederico just gives it to it.
Nice clean backhand surfing from Frederico Morais.
And this one's been kind of slow. That was the first good sized wave that came through this whole heat, and now we're going to see again. So not surprised to see Frederico getting a backup wave, Joe.
Frederico Morais off the first turn. Second one, a solid power hack. Nice sweep out in front for a beautiful three-turn combo. So first the left, then the right under priority. Completely taking control this heat. I've got better scores. Leo finally got started, then Frederico completely took over. Got the 6-ranger on the left, right into a 4.77, which is a big score today.
Yeah, it's a good score. It's a great backup score. And he's played this heat you know, down to the wire, really. It took him 20 minutes to get his first wave, though, Joe, and it was a 6.83. As Dimity said, her strategy would have been to wait for the bombing set. That's exactly what Frederico has done out of that playbook. This backup wave on the right, you know, it's just a neat ride. It was an opportunistic.
Seth looking forward to his heat coming up next with Jeremy Flores and Miguel Pupo. Here's Frederico Morais again under priority, getting a solid backhand jam. And after just being selected for the first half of the heat, now he's caught 3 waves quickly. Leo still with just that one on the backhand at a 5.10. And I feel like Freddie's put up a couple of good turns to potentially increase his lead, Bug.
And, of course, Leo up and riding now, Joe.
Nice, clean style and approach from the Italian. Putting more power into that third turn, floats it shut down the line. It looks like he might have created some space here, and he'll kick out. It gets so shallow at that part of the wave, but doing a great job to get a second scoring ride. That'll put more pressure on Jaddy with 2:10 to go in your heat. How'd you like Leo here?
Yeah, well, Leo's wave, it's a strong ride here. This is, you know, his best effort so far. That turn there is a beauty. How quick fire he did it to make sure he got that finishing move in.
Just wanted to get the quick start, got the wheels turning before his other competitors, but ended up being out of rhythm for the better waves. It's all about Frederico Morais being patient and taking over. Getting the win and moving on with him to the round of 32 is Leo Fioravanti.